Hello, everybody, and welcome into 9 Radio's presser show. We'll talk about the final presser for the final game. Just so you guys know, with this show, we're gonna do this final game presser, and then we're gonna do one final one next week with all the exit stuff popping up. Um, so just so you guys are aware of that, there will be one more next week, um, and that will be that. Um, yeah, so, we have some audio clips this week that should be fun to look at. So before we get into all of that, we're gonna do some of our advertisement stuff to help keep the lights on over here. Um, so yeah, we'll get into all of that. So just give me one moment. Alrighty, here we go.
Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at ninerfaithfulradio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join. For the Faithful by the Faithful Season 4 apparel is finally here. To see this year's designs and also save 20% off of Season 1 through 3 designs, go to ninerfaithfulradio.com/shop. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful, inviting you to check out our game day shows. I'll get you ready for the game with our pregame show. Jason gives you his thoughts on the first half with our halftime show, and Jaymie will wrap things up with our postgame show. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner. This segment is brought to you by Shop49ers.com, the official online store of the 49ers. Use our affiliate link in the description to get the latest official Niner gear. Save 10%. This segment is brought to you by SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio at SeatGiant.com to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out.
Alrighty. So, um, first things first, I will be going live pretty much right after the game, like normal schedule. I'm not scheduled to work tomorrow, so that should be all good to go. Um, so we have some audio clips here, to play for the final game. We have an injury update from Shanahan.
Injuries for the game. Spencer Burford will be out. Deebo Samuel out. Demo Lenore out. Brock Purdy out. Robert Beal out. Flanagan Fowles doubtful. Jair Brown questionable. Colton McKivitz questionable. Isaac.
Alrighty. So I would not be surprised if there's a lot of second string and third stringers playing this game because since there's our final game, we're not playing for the playoffs or anything. I would not be surprised if Shanahan just kind of wants to see what those guys can do, um, and whatnot. Um, yeah. So obviously no Brock Purdy because of his elbow. But we will get to see Dobbs. So that'll be fun. He actually looked okay last week, so we'll see how a full week of prep and everything goes for him. Yeah, we'll just see moving forward. And with how injury banged up this team is, I would not just be surprised if they're just trying to play it chill. So, next up we have a quote from Shanahan. All these are going to be from Shanahan on Demo.
He was sore from the game.
Alright, so it sounds like Demo might be dealing with something a little bit more serious than just a tweak or something. So, hopefully he'll more than likely get it checked out in the off season and get it taken care of. All right, we have another quote from Shannon here. I believe this is for the
I think so.
playoffs.
Guys would be pushing real hard to play, and we probably let them. In this case, they're pushing.
All right, so that is, I feel like it's pretty standard. We don't want to push their top guys too hard. Like they're probably wanting to play, and then they're just like, no, save yourself from injury because even though this game in the grand schemes of things for the playoffs doesn't mean anything, um, stuff happens all the time in these football games. So we'll just have to see how it goes moving forward. We have it. Shay has an update on Debo's health.
It's been up and down throughout the year. Even when he's good, he's still battling stuff through the season, and especially the way he plays and running with the ball and the physicality and everything, doing the kick returns. But he's hurting right now.
So sounds like Debo's had a weird season because he did get the pneumonia thing in like the middle of the season. So, and I've heard that it takes a while to come back from that, even feel even slightly better. So, I would not be shocked if that um attributed to his play this year. And it just sounds like it sounds like all the whole team has been dealing with stuff. So we will just have to keep going on that. Here's the next one. Shanahan, if he's excited for having more
Yeah, I
time.
am.
I'm assuming.
I'd be much more excited to not have one and to go all the way to February again. But it's that is tough. When you go that long, everyone needs to get away, and by the time you come back, it's usually right when free agency is starting, and you're not totally quite there yet. So it's gonna be our first time since I think COVID being off in January. And it gives you more time to figure things out. It gives you time to go through the things like the cut-ups and stuff. You can finish most of that stuff all before the Super Bowl. And then you're ready to go to other stuff like the draft and free agency and all that as soon as the Super Bowl ends. So just being a lot more ahead of that is real exciting. And I'm ready to get to it. We've been known we're out of the playoffs here for a little bit, and everything's about finishing this year up the right way and not cutting anything short, finishing your job. But I also have been able to look to when I can start improving next year and making sure we're not in this position again.
Alrighty. So, I think that is a good point. This is going to be the first time in a minute that they have not been playing in January up to February, going for the Super Bowl, going for the championship, NFC championship spot. So we'll see. I'm sure that Shanahan will appreciate the extra time, like you said, to get stuff done and to not feel as stressed out. I'm sure, with getting stuff done. But I also feel like, obviously the whole team wants to be in the Super Bowl. They want to be in the playoffs. So we'll see. Like I said, like I've been banging the banging this drum all season is this team just needs a break, and they're gonna get the break that I think they desperately need and desperately need look over and retool, get back to where they were. I think that they can do that. Um, but yeah, I mean it's a bummer, and I'm sure they're all disappointed. But I was all looking forward to having that extra month off and all that fun jaws. So, here is the next one. Next one for Shanahan.
He's been great, him and Brandon. So, they've been two good guys to have there. I've kind of looked at both of them as our two throughout the year, kind of a little bit what I said in preseason. But they both have done really good looks on scout team. They split all the reps there. They're always ready. They both prepare like they're going to be a starter every week.
So that is him talking about Dobbs and about oh my god, the other quarterback. I can't even Allen, Brian Allen, yeah. So talking about them, I'm actually pretty excited to see Dobbs play this tomorrow. I think it will be a fun change of pace. I do think he is a fun player to watch. He's very energetic and reminds me a little bit of Cap in the sense where he likes to run a little bit. So, yeah. Okay. Oh, also, we have some comments on the Sentinel football channel. Some hand signs. Nice. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. We got some bebop here. Uh, sent an emoji, but can't see the emoji on here for whatever. And nice. And then sent another emoji. Thank you, guys, Bebop, for popping in. It's very appreciated. Bebop also said Kyle switched it up after that island start. LOL. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure that there is something that he saw in Alan that we didn't see that made him feel that Alan could do it. But I also feel like, I don't know, I feel like Dobbs just has this extra like improvisation thing, kind of like what Purdy has in the sense where like I feel like he has some tools where he can keep a play alive a little bit. And I think the backup quarterback that is something extremely, extremely like useful because doesn't mean that like you still have a shot. So we'll see. I mean, I do think that'll be more exciting start. I think Dobbs is a more entertaining player to watch, and I enjoy watching his kind of skill set more than the classic, uh, like more pocket passing kind of stuff, even though that is fun too. Um, but yeah, we'll see. And I'm sure we'll see what happens with Dobbs. I'm sure Dobbs is looking at this for either as like a kind of like audition tape for other teams or to stay with the Niners or wherever he decides to do after this season. So we'll see. But no, yeah, I'm pretty excited to see him play. I think it'll be fun in some regards. So yeah. Let me see. Got one more. All right, and then we got one more. Let's see. This is Kyle on if he's gonna try to get any players, any milestones who do end up playing.
Like 70. Yeah, people will be in my, 77. All right. Okay. Like 70. Yeah, people will be in my, 77. All right. Okay. I'll keep that down. Sure Juwan will tell me too. But yeah, you would love to. You always want to do that stuff for guys, especially in a situation where you can think about it. Like it's insulting to think about it, just to the situation. Everyone, if you're competing for a playoff spot or something like that. But always, and I would love to help that out for guys. You got to be somewhat careful of it. I mean, I remember last year watching the Rams trying to get Puka the record, which I know they wanted to get him in and out. So we were doing everything we could to deny him the ball. I remember he came to the sidelines on like a 1-yard gain, and I told him, it's like, yeah, Sean's going to have to play you to the end of this game because we're not giving you your record. And he just laughed, and I laughed at it, but that's, we're not playing the next.
Alrighty, so that is him on milestones, which, I think it's always great if they are close to try to get them those milestones, but I feel like you have to balance that forcing it and making it just work, which I think is always a tricky thing. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised like with I think that like you mentioned, Dewan and some players are pretty close. So whoever does end up playing, I'm sure there'll be something. Um, let's see. JJ Dewan. Dewan has been such a fun story this season, and I'm so glad that we have him, and I think he's fantastic, and it'll be fun to see him next season um and whatnot, and it'll be fun. And we got more from Bebop, BLA. Also, the JJ thing was from Bebop as well. Um, yeah, obviously beat LA, not beat LA, beat Arizona. Um, and it'll be a fun time. I think we'll see. I mean, we normally end up either playing the Rams or Seattle at the end of the season. Well, sometimes it's Arizona. We kind of mix it up. So, um, it's going to be an interesting game. I think these Arizona games are always interesting. So, yeah, be pretty exciting. But we'll definitely see some players that we normally don't get to see, and we'll kind of go from there. So, yep, already. Well, that is pretty much it, guys. I don't have too much all to say I do want to appreciate you guys for tuning in to me this season with these pressers. I know they're not the most exciting and they're a little bit tedious, but I do appreciate you guys tuning in and giving me some much needed love. These are kind of fun to do. Get to know the players and hear from Kyle, which Kyle's very straightforward kind of dude. He doesn't and not sure. I don't know if that's not the right term, but like Kyle just has a way of wording things where like you kind of understand what he's saying and he doesn't give too much away. And we'll see how it goes. But it's always kind of fun. But I think it's just more fun when we get to see the players' personalities pop in and kind of see that. And I think that's always a great time. Alrighty, guys. Well, I believe that is it for me today. Enjoy the rest of your Saturday. I will see you guys tomorrow for the game. Like I said, TJ will be going live. He always goes live right around inactives. So we have the 1:30 game. So he'll probably go live either super early at like 9 o'clock um or he will go live like a couple hours beforehand. So like around like 11, 12-ish. But he normally goes live in the morning. But and then our main man Jason is going to be going live during the halftime show. Sorry, guys, I'm a little tired. Going live 2 minutes before the halftime and going live through halftime. So tune into that. That's always a fun time. And I'll be going live after the game. So I'm not scheduled to work tomorrow, so I'll be probably going live right around the game ends, which I assume it will be like 4:35-ish, somewhere around there, whenever the game ends. So yeah, it'll be a fun time. Appreciate all of you guys. And just enjoy the final game. Bebop, I appreciate you for blowing up the chat today. Appreciate you tuning in. You've tuned in a lot, not just to my shows, but to all the other shows that have been on our channel. Very much appreciate you. You're a real one. You definitely pop in when you have the time to do the show, which I so much appreciate. Thank you, Bebop. A special shout out. And then one game left. Let's LFG. Yep, let's go. Those will be fun. But yeah, let's just try to enjoy the game. And have a good time, guys. Enjoy the final game of the season. Get ready for the long break that we're gonna have. Pray the Chiefs somehow don't end up in the Super Bowl. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And as always, go Niners.